there, we're back. It is another episode of Sounds Like Adventure, and hey, it's me, your host and DM, Jack. Hey. And yes, this time we are actually back. No more false starts. Everyone was here, and the campaign is back underway. So today, I'm not going to waste any of your time, and we're going to dive straight into today's episode. So it's been a little while, but let me just quickly remind you, at the end of the last session, the guys just finished a fight against some mold men, and they found the department that Gimbals and Drea are supposed to be setting up with in a total state of disrepair. So in today's episode, we're going to jump ahead a day to the next day, and we're going to kick things off right there. Or maybe a little bit earlier. Let's see what happens. It's closing time at the pointy end, the tavern that sits at the entrance to the Trident. With the gate open again and the hour getting late, they've decided to shut the tavern for the night. Bobby, can you believe I missed that boat? I mean, I got all my rings on, I was looking so cute, and I didn't even get to go. So unfair, God. Suddenly the sound of a door opening cuts across what Gorka was saying. She turns and she starts saying, wait, look, up. And she cuts herself off. And she takes in the sight in front of her. A huge, bald Goliath walks into the tavern. And he says, look, I'm sorry. I mean to bother you so late. I can see you're closing, but I think you can help me. And he takes a heavy pause. You hear Gorka swallow, and she says, look, friend, God, we can't help you now. Come back tomorrow when we're open, and we'll see what we can do, God. He sort of chuckles a bit. He's like, we see, the name's Victor, and I'm looking for someone, and I think he's been here. So Eustace, you don't know about any of that.
Cool.
That was last night. And last night, you were busy fighting mold men. But right now, it is the next day, and you are standing in a back alley, close to the leading markets, the main center of commerce at the Merc. You've been there many times before. You're waiting with your sister Clio for the Marshman Reef Marshal. Told you to meet him here, and he'd give you instructions for your job. So what's going through your mind in this moment as you are waiting for a real Marshman to give you a real job?
The utmost mixture of excitement and terror, because again, if Eustace's association with Marshman is that they kill things, and he's not a big fan of it, but it does come with the territory that he wants to claim. So it's this probably like not being able to sit still energy mixed with just absolute terror as he also tries to somehow mask all of that from Clio, but you know, he's kind of almost like shuffling in the spot, like trying to hype himself up a bit, and then every time he catches Clio looking at him, he just stops in the spot.
And Clio,
he's excited.
What's going through your mind?
Well, yeah, she's watching Eustace kind of fidget, whatever, and she's just kind of reserved. She's just kind of trying to play it cool and calm when like she'll like kind of give like, you know, when you pass a stranger in the street and you do like one of those smiles, like that to him every time he's kind of looking up at her. Yeah, she's just kind of keeping her composure. She doesn't feel good about this. She doesn't want to be doing this, but yeah, she's trying to win Eustace over right now. So whatever.
Suddenly, you hear footsteps from beyond the corner of the alley. And before you have time to react, in strides a tall Marshman in a long leather duster. He's got his hat tipped low, covering the cool blue eyes that match the color of his skin. He pushes his hat back, takes in both of you guys, and he smiles. And he says, Eustace and Cloud. Well, hell, call me a dry swimmer, 'cause I thought you two would never show up. I guess I owe your boy Raz now. Leaves a space.
Oh, okay, Mr. Dry Swimmer. And Eustace is gonna tip his hat to him. Kyle, do you want to do the talking, or you want me to?
Hi, Reef. Yeah, we're here. Surprise. Good to see you. I guess, in a way. It's fine. You look good.
He walks over and he leans against a box and he folds his arms in front of himself and he's like, here you are indeed, just like the tides. So let's get to work over here. In some developments I need y'all to know about.
Okay,
Fella's
Eustace,
gone missing.
you better listen close.
Fella's gone missing. Young boy. Folks around here, they're calling him Campbell. Over here talk is, he might have said no to the wrong people. Know what I'm saying?
Yes, we know what you're saying. A young boy named Campbell has gone missing, Mr. Reef. What does he look like?
Well, see, that's what's funny, you know. That's all I got. Like, I don't even know what he is, you know. Like, people get tight-lipped when they see old Reef. One idiot told me it's a birdie boy, slumming from upstairs. Can you believe that? Stupidest thing I ever heard.
We could find a birdie boy named Campbell that's missing that nobody seems to know what he looks like at all or where he's been.
Any other tips, anything would be great. Nothing. If you got nothing, then geez, we might need a little bit of persuading to really look that deep.
So the reason I'm telling y'all this here is things are happening fast with these thorn cutters. We got one dead person that I know about. And now someone's missing. You two. And he makes eye contact with Claire. Need to be careful around here. If y'all running anywhere, stick together. Hide in plain sight, but I ain't paying you to be a houseplant. You may need to follow people to find out what's really happening.
Okay, that's easy. We could do that, right, Eustace? Right? You can do that. You're good at that. You fit in. You look pretty, whatever, you know?
Yeah, I look pretty whatever. I could follow people. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, well, we'll meet back here tonight.
Yeah.
But you two head out first here, and I'll hang back so we don't get made.
Okay. Hey, Reef, just, thorn cutters. So, like, how did you hear about this in the first place?
Mars watched the head of the Marshmans. They gave me this job to look into him.
Okay.
Like I told you before, people don't talk to me. They scared.
They're scared of you.
Yeah.
Really?
I can see it. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Are you afraid of him?
No, in like a guy looks shyly towards her. In like a respect way, I'm scared of how macho he is, and his aura is. It's in. We should go look for the kid now. If we have to be back here tonight, that's not a lot of time, and we don't.
Well, I ain't saying you have to find the kid. I'm telling you, stuff is getting wild out there. People going missing. Someone's dead. I'm sending you kids in there to find out what's going to happen. So I'm asking y'all to be careful. Yeah. No, I'm sending you young adult and child in.
Okay.
Well, I don't suppose the average missing persons report on young people is not very good after the first 24 hours, so we probably don't have a big window of time to try and find the kid.
Yeah, we should keep standing here and talking. That'll help.
Just keep your eye and your ear out for the words thorn cutters.
Okay.
If you hear that, follow it. Or really, if anything crazy happens, just follow what happens and tell me. But don't get involved.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, we can. Yep. He's gonna just slap Clara on the shoulder. Yeah, we'll go do that now, Mr. Reef, and then we'll get more jobs from you.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Get out of here, you two. Let's get to work.
Okay. And as they go their separate ways, she like turns around and she meet Reef's eyes, and she'll do like the 2-finger like point stare thing, like I'm watching you, and keep going.
And then he calls out to both of you as you've turned around, as if he needs to get the final word. And he says this to both of you, but he's making eye contact with you, Clio. He smiles and he says, "Don't do anything I wouldn't do."
He thinks he's so cool, doesn't he?
He's so cool.
Oh no, like you said, he's scary, right? You don't want to be feared, do you?
Yeah, but like, Dre is scary, and she's like the coolest person I've ever seen. Yeah.
Oh, the sweet boy.
Ever say I've done some pretty cool things, like I took you fishing.
Yeah,
That
but
was
like,
pretty cool, right?
Like cool in the same way like Mom used to make us birthday cakes. Like it's like, oh, that's cool, but it's not like
That was cool. You caught, I helped you. You caught that salmon, and then I helped you skin it. That was fine.
No,
Remember?
I didn't want to skin. I wanted to put it back in the water. Let's just.
It was.
We
I thought
fade
you
out
were
on
really
this
great.
conversation and we transition into the interior of Pondside Smithy, which is sweltering. The heat radiates from the forge all throughout this stone structure, but that doesn't really bother you, Torrin. For a dragonborn like you, and for the old blind lizard folk blacksmith that owns this place, heat isn't really a problem. So you are currently seated at the dining room table and you're having a cup of tea with the blacksmith. Her name is Heatseeker Mensk, and she has olive green scales and milky white eyes. She's blind from using the forge for many years, and her mind has become a bit clouded as a result. So you are currently telling her about your day yesterday, meeting the 4 strangers and the encounter with Barnabas on the Trident. And she nods for a fraction too long as you finish making your statement, and you wonder how lucid she actually is. Then she starts to speak. The light of the forge shines on the dark, always. Cannonball Cameron, I know him from before, when I still left this forge. You seek him.
Yeah, we got told that he may have some information, and we got like a card to give him, so apparently we give him this card and he gives us information. I have no idea. Have you ever seen a card like this before?
I assume it is one of the cards from the leaning markets, the strange markets of this city, but as you know, my eyesight is long gone.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm doing it.
Tell me of this man you met on the bridge, Barnabas. What happened?
Oh, he was just being... He'd been attacked. Like, all his pottery's been smashed, his cart's been ruined, and when we tried to help, he was just... it's too late, no need to help, there's no point doing this, that, and the other. But I tried to fix it. We tried to help. A little wizard, the one who makes potions. He mended some things, but he was still... I gave him some gold to try to recuperate, but he said, who knows what and he just walked off all sad like. So, are the thorn cutters really that bad?
I do not know. Do you intend to go to speak to Cannonball Cameron?
Yeah, I reckon so. Because all the other guys got to help too. They all know, and they all want to do it. So, I mean, someone's got to protect the random group of friends I have. So,
tell me this, apprentice of my dead friend. Why do you care? Why does this encounter on the forked bridge, why does it trouble you so?
I hate bullies. Like, you know what happened to me, right? Like, I've told you countless times, the raid on the orphanage. I was tortured, attacked. I don't want people to go through that. So if I can stop it, I have to at least try.
Then you
That's
must
what
go.
my master would want.
Then you must go. By the light of the forge. Go to the strange markets of this city. Speak to the small man and make your voice heard.
Thanks, Misk. I think that's smart to hear. And I put my hand up for a high five. Clearly knowing she's blind.
Just doesn't register it in any way, shape, or form.
One day you'll realize, Miscom. One day. I always put my hand up, high fives. You always leave me hanging. I should probably tell you beforehand, shouldn't I? Right. Yeah.
I must tend to the forge.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna take a few things, probably like a helmet, dagger or two. I'm just gonna take them. Is that cool?
Petty physical possessions are of no consequence to the light of the forge. Notice the statement starting to make less sense to what you were saying, feeling like it connects less. And you know that she is sort of starting to go into the state that she goes into as the day goes on and her mind becomes more clouded. And as you start grabbing these things, I think we'll cut away. So at this time of morning, the day has begun in the murk. Serpent's Way is alive with activity, and most of it seems to travel one direction. People push carts and carry boxes as they head to the Lee markets. And in amongst that crowd is a young gnome and an older marshman. They're making their way to the Leaning markets because Double Dillon, the head of the Department of Phosphorant Fungi Cultivation and Implementation, tasked the two of you with finding someone to help clean up the mold. Drea, you know the best place to go to find someone in the murk is the Leaning markets. So I think you've taken Gimbals there. And Gimbals, you are currently explaining something to Drea. What are you saying?
So Gimbals has his big, perceived spell book that's on his back out, and he's reading as he's walking. And Dre's probably pulling him out of the way of people and maneuvering him. And he's like, well, you see, most people seem to think that this is a spell book, but it's actually just a record of all my current projects. Well, like these potions, I'm thinking that some of these may be able to help us, but like this one was actually really interesting. I tried to make fire in a bottle, but I've never actually managed to get it to ignite itself. So it still need a match. It's kind of just a useless bottle of oil for now.
All right.
I also know... Interrupting really rude. I was also experimenting with a charisma boost potion, and with that, it doesn't really work, but it tastes really nice and it gives you a bit of a pep in your step. Work in progress. I've been trying to work out the correlation between cold wood and frost spells to try and bottle a blizzard, but all it keeps doing is making all the wood in the room cold, and I can't really work out why. Where are we going?
If you had just let me speak earlier, Mr. Merriweather, I could have told you. We're at the Lean markets, and you are, and she nudges him out of someone's way, and we need to find some fellers that can clean your little office.
Oh,
Somehow.
right, the office. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. And you flick through a couple more pages, and you'd be like, "This is the one about the healing potion that grows limbs."
That's nice, Mr. Merriweather, but I don't see how it's relevant to what we need to do right now.
I mean, everything is relevant in some way or another, but I see your point.
Thank you. She kind of looks. Would she know anyone? Maybe.
Well, so I think as the conversation that you're having probably just goes entirely too long, you find Serpent's Way forking off to the right, and over to the left is a wide opening in the walkway. And there's a wooden arch that spans over the entrance, and there's a metal sign hanging from the arch, and there's a hodgepodge of different letters all over it, and it reads the Leaning Markets. So Gimbals, your jaw probably drops open at this point as you see buildings that lean and tilt at impossible angles, seemingly moving but somehow still standing. It's bustling with life as people haul entire stalls up and down on ropes and pulleys. Water is flowing between the buildings in rushing channels, and you realize the whole marketplace is afloat, moving with the tide. Shops are literally relocating themselves as the water rises and falls, and they're moving up and down canals with there's complicated pulley systems raising and lowering the water. I think you take in all of this sight of just like crazy industry and like engineering marvel, but it's also just like ramshackle chaos all at the same time. What do you say when you see this?
Oh my God, how do they manage this? And he'll like immediately like over the edge of like a balcony or something, and he's like legs are dangling as he's like looking underneath to try and figure out how it works.
Please be careful. All right, Gimbals, come on. And she kind of like grabs the back of his shirt to make sure it doesn't fall off. It's like, yeah, it's pretty cool, I know. But let's not do that.
Drea, let me tell you something. Nothing is too dangerous in the pursuit of knowledge.
Do you know how to swim?
No.
Her grip is still very firm after that response.
Okay, we'll cut away again here. So meanwhile, Eustace and Clio, you've made your way into the leaning markets now. You entered through a side entrance, and Eustace, it's happening. This is your first time. You're doing a real job for a real marshman. You had the apprehension before. What are you actually doing now that you're like on the job?
Well, I think it's an interesting one because it doesn't seem like we're being asked to kill anything. So Eustace is even more excited about this. Probably taking the snooping very literally, where he'll just like walk up to a wall and kind of lean there nonchalantly as he tries to walk on people for like 30 seconds. But then the excitement of maybe not getting information quickly enough passes, and he'll rush over and kind of just keep nonchalantly dispersing between other groups or like hiding beneath them, trying to hear anything really, because yeah, he is taking this very seriously because it's a job he is comfortable doing.
And Clio, how are you reacting?
Singing his own theme music.
Yeah. I guess like she's watching again. She's kind of Clio isn't really taking this whole thing like very seriously. This is kind of an exercise to her of just like kind of like letting Eustace feel like he's doing something, letting him feel like he can, he's the boss and he's got it. And so in that kind of thing, she's just sort of letting him go. She's already kind of relatively like you're stealthy and good at listening. And I guess she'll like lean in to Eustace and she'll say like, hey, so like you're like doing a really good job, but I think you're kind of, how you're like kind of like skedaddling. Let's say you go to a wall and like stay, and then you're like skedaddling, and it's like, okay, just try to like walk at a normal pace. You'll find that, just when you're not paying attention to anything, you're probably just walking, right? Just walking. So just walking and just.
You think the skedaddling's negatively impacting my ability to?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can minimize this. So just how should I walk then?
Oh, okay. So I see you've got kind of quite a wide gate right there. So just bring it down. Like just make it just smaller. Yeah, you got it. You're like a small guy. Like you're a small little, you're like she like takes his, puts her hand on her head, kind of scruffs up his head a little bit on top of the hat. Like just the less that you're seeing, the better. Tell you what, if we ask around, we could probably find out where maybe some of the thorn cutters hang around. There has to be some sort of like skeevy bar or inn or somewhere where they're probably hanging around. So
I don't know if you want to go to the skeevy bar where they're hanging around, because that kind of seems like a bad idea to do if they're very bad people.
Yeah, but if we just slide on in there and listen quietly, it should be no problems, right? You're getting really good at that. You're really good at like I'm seeing your wall leaning inside of a bar without the skedaddling. That's a win.
But like, would Reef do that?
Eustace, you're not Reef. You're
he did,
you.
But he did say don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Well, you're already doing things he wouldn't do, like the skedaddling.
Oh,
So
that's good. Okay, good point. Yeah. Okay.
just play to your skills. Like you got it. Okay, like, you're doing really good. Just
What do you think my skills are?
well, you're really good at killing things accidentally. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You were really good at catching fish that one time. Like I said before, you didn't really like the ending of that. But you're a great listener. You're really good at doing what you're told. I think that's a good skill. You're a good follower, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And look at you.
Yeah.
You can, maybe one day you can grow up and be a really good leader. You know?
So, did you want me to go sneak?
Yes, Eustace.
So, what are you gonna do?
She's gonna like look at his eyes. What does he look like when I look down at you?
I think he is looking for direction here. Like this is this lost puppy dog now looking for direction on what the right thing to do is.
Well, she'll see kind of the like puppy dog eyes in his eyes. Look, this is your big mission, right? So how
Yeah.
about you call the shots and I'll just follow your lead, okay? I can give you help along the way, like I said, like the skedaddling. Like, I don't really think we need to be inside of cardboard boxes. I think that's kind of more conspicuous. So just act casual. You don't need to, you look tough. I mean, you could look tough if you just didn't try acting looking tough,
Okay.
Anyway, like I'll just, you lead the way. But like I said, I think we should go and maybe find out where these guys are hanging out. There's probably a skeevy bar, but that's just my idea. So if you have a better one, like lead the way. I mean, you will have a better one, so lead the way. You got it. Eustace, like sorry, I know, like I'm like a mess.
Let's
like
get some roles here so we can at
Cool,
least
yeah.
figure out what's in front of you guys and where you are at the moment. So
Looking for the dodgiest looking building possible.
yeah. So you're at sort of an intersection in the markets at the moment, and you'll note that Reef was like find somewhere to hide in plain sight and then observe what you see happening around you. So yeah, you can look for a dodgy building, or you can look for a place to hide. Probably both, actually. This is what this role would serve.
Just a perception check.
Perception or investigation, whatever you would prefer.
My both of them are +1. I'm never winning.
Oh.
Is my curse broken?
We'll find out.
What did Cass roll?
I rolled a dirty. Oh, you rolled a dirty 20, and I rolled a 16.
2
I rolled a
20s.
dirty 20.
No,
Maybe the break-
I just got a 16.
Oh, okay. Okay, good rolls regardless. So I think looking for dodgy places around here with a roll like that, I think you would remember that Reef told you that there were people showing up and hassling people who were already here. In addition to that, like the markets are afloat. Everything is in motion at all times. So it's hard to find essentially a dodgy looking building. But I'll say there's like kind of like a weird staircase that kind of attracts your attention, kind of leads out of the markets and just more into the city in general. It's kind of a ways away. But that leaps out to you guys with such high rolls. And then for a place to hole up, you guys spot like there's a vendor stall nearby, and you notice there's like really well positioned at the junction of like two busy walkways. There's a bench that you guys could sit on and be like totally inconspicuous. It wouldn't be obvious to anyone who doesn't know who you are, that you are like observing what's happening.
Yeah. I think that's definitely something we'll do along the way to this more odd staircase. We'll stop along the way and just kind of take in whatever's happening around us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like that. We'll cut away there and we'll go to Torrin now. So Torrin, you are heading down Serpent's Way on the way to the Leaning Markets, and you've decided to go and try and meet this Cannonball Cameron. Heatsicker Mensk told you the office where he'll probably be, but you haven't been to this market many times before, and you know it is mega confusing when you get there. So what's going through your mind as you're heading there?
How many times do you reckon I've been here before? Like, am I like
Twice.
so I'm like comfortable walking around, just don't know my way.
No, and you know that both times that you've been there, the layout has been totally different.
I'd be like, oh, God, where was it now? I'd be confidently walking, thinking I know where I'm going, but at the same time, I'm just thinking to myself, where is it? I reckon after like 10 or so minutes, like he's just gonna stop a random looking just like a random person. What's the office I'm looking for again? What's it called?
It's just like the market organizer's office. So you go to stop someone, you grab them by the shoulder, they spin around. It's that bloody rainbow Aarakocra from before. And she's like, I mean, really, is everyone in this city so... And she realizes it's you.
Hey,
and she's like,
it's...
oh my God. Of course it would be you. What are you seeking me out just to bother me?
No. Maybe a little.
A little?
Nice weather we're having, isn't it? Great weather, isn't it nice? Oh my God, it's so nice.
I must say, this is a strange coincidence for this to happen twice. Who are you anyway?
Oh, my name's Torrin.
Torrin?
Yeah, yes.
Well, my dragonborn friend, my name is Mary Canary, and when you're as old as one such as I, you don't believe in coincidences. And something tells me you have a purpose of some kind. And I have a sneaking suspicion that our purposes, they may align. So, out with it then. What are you up to over here?
Look, I really just need some help, and I just stopped a beautiful-looking Aarakocra, and I just needed some help finding the market association organizers.
Well, listen, my dear boy, flattery will get you everywhere, but there's something else happening here. I know it. I know these things. What are you really looking for at this market? Why are you going there?
Just curious about potentially starting a business. Maybe looking for someone called Cameron. It's details of a few things here and there.
But why? I mean, what has motivated you? Surely something has motivated you. Because our interests, as I say, they may align. Why do you seek out this man, Cannonball Cameron?
Look, I gotta be straight to you. Thorn cutters. You heard of them?
No. Who are they?
Bad people. And I'm the one tasked to stop them. I am the one to do this.
You are the one. She takes a heavy sigh and she says, well, my dear boy, the one, I should say, a noble quest you have indeed, but one I must only wish you the best of luck on. Because alas, it is not what I am here for. I have my own quest and I fear I am late already. But if I may give you one piece of advice before I go. Something strange is happening in our fair city. My fellow Aarakocra grow more distant by the day from the folks like yourself who live down below. But I sense a great change on the horizon. And I must say, in a great change, much is always lost. I myself have already lost 2 of my friends. So, my boy, in these strange times, find your friends and keep them close.
Okay. So about the market organization, can we get a
No, I have no idea.
locale?
No, I'm not from here. Do you think I'm from here? That's hilarious. No, sorry, I'm late. I have to go. And she walks off and we'll cut away at this point. So now, Gimbals and Drea, you've entered the leaning markets. There's commotion all around you. Water levels are rising, and there's a central canal where people are hopping on and off floating shops. Drea, you know that the organizer's office, you know what it looks like, but the thing is, with the floating markets, you're not exactly sure where it's going to be. So you know the standard practice for this is to head in to like a central observation platform and look for it where it is, basically, and then get there. So Gimbals is pretty distracted by all this activity.
Gimbals is probably strolling alongside Drea, drenched.
Okay, so you pull Gimbals out of the water.
Holding him by the collar.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have a cloth for you, Gimbals. I tried
Like
to
a
tell
wet cat.
so it's like, I tried to tell you. She like, plops him down. It's flat.
Gimbals probably laying there, and he's like, "Well, see, like." They use these pulley systems. They're extremely overly complex. I imagine if they used a float system, they'd probably get better, like, versatility. And places would stay in the same spot. They could anchor them and then float them so that they could stay with the water level. And I need to speak to whoever manages this thing.
I'm sure you'll get the chance to if you just. She like tries to look around for any like spare pieces of dry cloth she has on it. She's like waves it off.
Gimbals,
She goes,
like, stands up and prestidigitations himself.
There you go. We need to like, find a platform just so I can find this building. You mind just staying next to me and don't fall off, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Just she like looks down at him, takes a step, looks back. Make sure he's following. He's like, come on,
You see him every couple of look backs, you'll see him like,
Gimbals. Mr. Merriweather here every single time.
that guy had a toucan on his shoulder.
No, here, Mr. Merriweather.
Oh, I wanted to know whether it was a bonded familiar or whether it was just some animal that he's trained.
Next time.
Okay.
So Gimbals are traipsing along behind Drea, and I think this time something different distracts you. There's like a spark of flame, a splash of water. You look over. It's Eustace.
Oh,
What the hell? You have no idea what he's up to. What do you do?
Droplet! Droplet!
We're still sitting on the bench trying to just take everything in.
I thought you were on the way to the
On the way,
staircase.
cool. Claire, do we acknowledge that we know them, or is that not nonchalant?
I would if they're your friends. I don't think I've been noticed yet. So if he doesn't see me, that's fine. I want to talk to him.
I think he looks at you and tries to not break a smile across his face, and he's like, "They are my friends." Hi, Gimble, and Drea. Hi, good to funny running out. Well, how did you spend your night?
I think I'm
That's a
gonna
lot of
fade
sounds
into the
and not a lot of
background
Sorry, I think we should actually, like, Gimbals and Drea, Gimbals, you just spoke to Eustace. Eustace immediately turned and spoke to Clio. Doesn't feel like you wouldn't have noticed Clio there. I did say it was a spark of flame and a splash of water. So, yeah, I think you've seen Clio there as well.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like, I see that you still have Thief Lady with you.
Yeah, that's.
I don't even
That's
have
my-
anything left to steal. I'll have you know.
I didn't steal anything from you. I was encouraging him because we need to. You don't understand. You've got money. You don't understand.
I think Eustace kind of wanders over next to Drea, and then kind of just stands upright and kind of adjusts his hat. Yeah, we're on a job right now. You know how it is. Just marshman business, I guess.
Official. Marshall
Yeah,
business. Wow.
yeah, got it from Reef. We go
Oh,
way back.
the other day where you met him yesterday.
The day's a long time.
Is it
Actually,
morning? It's morning, isn't
That's
it?
the day after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Drea looks at the sun. It's like, yeah, long time.
Yeah. What are you guys doing here?
Oh, we need to clean the office to make the tourism thingy. What are you guys doing here? You said you're on official business. What is it? Can I know? If you can't tell me, can I ask Reef? You know how I can talk
I
to
don't-
Reef and find out?
no. If you could get on to Reef. Actually, if I could speak to Miss you, big one. What's your name again?
Dreadnought, Drea.
Yeah, whatever.
I think she's pretending to not know your name, so she seems cool.
I am cool. I don't need to pretend to be cool. I am cool. Look at me. I'm cool. Look at my cool outfit. I'm cool. You don't look cool. I bet you wear the same clothes every day. That's nerdy.
I have 17 of these vests,
That's pretty cool.
but they're a little bit different.
Okay. All right. Whatever. I'm not talking to you, short stack. Drea, can I talk to you?
So you do know my name.
Well, I mean, whatever.
Come on. And she kind of takes her shoulder and kind of leads her off, just to the side.
Right. So, this Reef guy, I just wanted to, you're old. You've been doing marshman stuff for like ever, so you probably know his deal, right?
Normally, if they were some older folks, I would know them. Maybe did some jobs with them. But this guy, I don't know. Probably one of the newer ones. I wouldn't say I know him too well.
Well, I don't really like to ask for help, but given that you're a part of their little club, if you could, I don't know, if you just happen to learn anything about him, I'd like to know more, because I don't want to be doing work for someone who sucks.
I think that's a reasonable ask. I'm proud of you for saying you need help.
Don't do that.
I'm proud of you. And she taps the top of her head. It's like that. Good job.
All right, yeah, don't touch me. All
Okay,
right.
fair enough.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh. It's like, ooh, all right. Yeah, of course I would.
Okay, great.
that it?
Cool. Yeah. Thank you.
All
So
right.
as I
like
was
that.
saying, Eustace, when you're swimming in the water, do you like become the water? Are you part of the water, or are you just like there as well? And if that makes you different and you're not part of the water, then is your consistency not exactly water? How does that work?
Do you grow bigger, or is this? Are you my age, or are you?
Is this a boss baby situation?
I am the ripe old age of 33, which is considered an adult in my circles.
Okay, that's good to know. I thought it doesn't matter. I don't become the water. I guess I never seen myself in the water, so I guess I kind of. You're a very interesting and philosophical person, Mr. Gimbals.
Philosophy is just an answer that we don't have yet.
You haven't happened to see a missing bird boy, have you?
Bird, I mean, Double Dylan's a bird boy.
I guess you wouldn't know he was missing if you saw him as well. Well, I guess we're back to no leads on the bird boy.
Right, following that, we'll cut over to Torrin. So Torrin, the strange Aarakocra Mary Canary left a while ago. I think you probably grabbed someone else to get some directions, and they told you to go to this central observation platform to try and figure out where the market office is. And I think Heatseeker Mensk kind of described it to you as well, while they were still a little bit lucid, so you know what to look for. But I think Mary Canary's words are still ringing in your ears. This find your friends and keep them close. What does that mean to you? What are you thinking about?
This is probably take him back again to like the orphanage time, because growing up, he doesn't know his family, doesn't know if he has any relatives out there, doesn't know anything, and the only family he did know all the kids growing up and people at the orphanage. He doesn't know where they've gone. They've all dispersed. Some of them died at the raid. Some did manage to escape. So he takes it as kind of like, if you find a group of people that you connect really well with and you've shared stuff with, like, be their suit of armor. If I'm going to be able to do this, I have to be able to help them help me and keep them safe.
So you are lost in thought, in these very deep and emotional thoughts that you're thinking, and you're absent-mindedly walking, and once again, you bump into someone. But this time, it is a very tall, very imposing Water Genasi Marshman. You collide with Drea, I think she turns around and Torrin, you realise it's her, and then you're like, oh, it's Gimbals and Eustace and Clio. What do you guys do?
Oh, hey. Oh, not looking where you were going, huh? She gonna, like, gives him a pat on the shoulder.
Sorry, Dreads.
Nah,
Sorry.
Dragons. Nah, you're right.
What are you doing
Ah.
here? Oh, gimbals.
Hi!
Potions. Is it droplet, waves, puke boy? Like, what are we doing? Which one is it?
The first two are good.
Droplet, okay.
Yeah.
Sticky Fingers is here too.
Yeah, the circus is back in town. Awesome.
Actually, that reminds me of something. Like, I've had a lot of people say things to me, and it's kind of making sense now. So, like, you all know I make things right, and Destiny is pulling us together. Obviously, for some bizarre reason, because we're back together again now. So, one day, soon, hopefully, maybe, Dreads, can I have a look at your swords? Because I think I can make them better.
She kind of, like, looks taken aback at first. It's like, better.
Yeah.
I think they're fine. But she, like, slowly takes one out and she goes, do you need both?
Not now.
Oh,
Man,
okay.
I need time to
looks like
study
it.
them. So,
Okay.
Gimbals, I've got something in mind, but I need a few more things.
I have many questions.
Yeah, we'll get to them. Droplet. I just do these. I'm like, I got something for you. And but the stealing one.
Well, I haven't done anything. Can you guys, we keep coming back to this. I didn't do anything. There is nothing. I got nothing. All right?
You
Just 'cause
actively
I'm good
tried
at
to
something.
steal from me.
I didn't. I was teaching him.
I hate to agree with him, Cloud, but I've grown up with, all you did was steal. That's kind of how we get food.
Do you like having food on the plate?
Yeah, but he's not
Eustace?
technically wrong. We didn't buy the food.
Eustace.
Carry on.
Anyway, I have something for you. Something that you might help. And I think you can think of some interesting ways to use this.
What's the catch? I don't have any money to give you, bro.
No catch.
I don't know. I think that's yeah.
No catch. If Disney's brought us together, and I've got the means to make sure you don't get yourself killed, I'll help.
What are you saying? I'm not gonna get myself killed. I'm good at and hey, I like, just because it's like I know I'm not gonna owe you in the future or anything. I'm sorry. Like, I don't take handouts. I do take handouts, but not if they're given to me. I'm not gonna owe you. So, like, whatever it is, just keep it. I'm good.
I think Eustace got to elbow Clio. Just think of it like you're taking it from him, and then that can trick your little mental thing where you think you're better than everyone, and you can just take the thing.
Yeah, pretend you're stealing.
In fact, what if Torrin, you could just like put it in your back pocket and turn around, and then.
Okay. Yeah, I see. All right. Okay. Fine. Why? What do you like? Why would you make something for me? Like, we haven't. I think I've had one conversation with you properly, and it's been telling you to not do whatever you were doing. Talking to
Yeah,
Eustace.
like the whole Destiny thing, sending him up at the roost. Yeah, it was a thing. So consider this like a fresh start, like a peace offering.
I think I don't think this has ever happened to Clio before, or at least not since for a very, very long time. And you see her, like, she's got her hackles up, and when you say that, she kind of, like, I don't know, a little wall goes down. So for Destiny, you're just giving. Okay, sure, all right, sure. Why not? And you're sure, like, I'm not gonna owe you?
No owing.
Okay, fine, all right.
I'm gonna. I flick her like a ring.
a ring, and she like catches
Yeah.
it. Oh,
I put that on.
is this like nice, but like I didn't think we really had that kind of like I've got a whole like I gotta take care of him, like
Did I misjudge this?
I like I mean it's not I'll wear I mean I'll have it, but like I don't know if that's like you seem like a nice guy, but all right, yeah, I'll put it on.
Yeah, I'll unsheathe like a dagger as well. And
Oh,
like,
I knew it. And she goes to grab the dagger to like hold it up to him.
You will need that one. As you see this glistening in the light, it's almost, when the sun hits it, almost looks like there's like fire inside the blade.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way like the coloring happens on it. You ready? Ready for this?
Don't stab me.
I'm just gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it over her head.
Oh
Like it
God, she
goes
ducks.
Way somewhere.
So does Gimbals.
Have you got the ring on?
I've got the ring on. Yeah, I've got the ring on. Why are you throwing a knife at my head?
Point your hand to where the dagger went.
Is it like stuck in a wall or anything behind me?
Sure.
Did it hit a wall, Jack?
Yeah, it hit a wall.
Hit a wall.
Stuck in a wall.
Okay, I'll like turn my head and she kind of looks at it and she like opens her hand, reaching out towards it.
And you see the ring starts to have like a little bit of a red fiery glow, and the dagger just returns back to your hand.
Whoa! No! Whoa! Whoa! How did you do that? What? And she like flings. She piffs it again. Oh, look at it go! Boom! Psych! It's in my hand. Wow! Oh, dude, that's pretty cool.
I'm pretty amazing. But see, the interesting thing about this is the trajectory it goes to your hand. So if you move your hand, it'll go that way. So if you hold it straight, it'll come back straight. So I think you could do some fun things with that.
I'm gonna get so many headshots with this. Okay, and she's gonna sheath it. All right. Maybe you know what? Maybe I misjudged you. Okay.
I think it's worth marrying him for that.
Suddenly, a scream rings out across the leaning markets. And that is where we're going to end the session. You've been listening to Sounds Like Adventure, an Australian actual play podcast, YouTube channel, and Twitch stream. If you liked what you heard, make sure you don't miss the next episode coming out on Tuesday next week. And hey, while you're at it, why not leave a 5-star review on the podcast app that you're listening to this on right now? It is the best way to help new people find the show. In the meantime, we'll catch you in the next episode of Sounds Like Adventure.